growing pains. Won't be seen tonight, so we can bring you a very special episode of The Gen X-Files. Welcome to The Gen X-Files. I'm Jim.
I'm Adam.
And today's show is all about
student bodies. God. The second that started, I was like, please don't. And I knew they were going to overuse it.
Oh my God, dude. Okay, so I guarantee you that probably 85% of the audience has no idea that this movie exists.
Or don't remember this exists.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Came out in 1981. I loved this movie as a kid.
Yeah.
I was huge Mad Magazine, Bugs Bunny.
Yeah.
I was a spoofaholic, man.
Right.
And this may not be the best movie ever made, but...
What?
I know, man. Just bear with me. Stick with me. But it holds... It holds a historic place as the first horror movie spoof.
Yeah, the first horror spoof, yeah.
And is it 100% successful? No.
No.
But it is still pretty funny, especially for such a low-budge, oddly made movie.
Yes.
It really does have its moments. And if you're a 10 or 11-year-old kid who loves Mad Magazine, that movie just hit all the right notes for me. I especially loved Stick, who we will talk about.
Yeah.
I was fascinated by this man.
So weird. So weird.
And it was just a funny, goofy, silly, stupid movie.
It's not something that you're going to sit down and rewatch every year or whatever. But, like, I'd never seen this before, and which I'm kind of surprised I haven't because I love spoof movies.
Yeah, and
I love horror movies. I did not even realize this movie existed. But there are definitely laugh-out-loud moments in this movie. It is just entirely not successful, but for what it is, it works, and I can see what they were doing with it and like what they wanted to do with it.
I slightly disagree. I think that it's a little more successful than you give it credit for. I think a lot of the jokes are really on the nose in terms of horror tropes, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
for sure.
You know, dead body, bing, bing. Dead body, bing, bing. You know,
the body count.
Bing, bing. Big clue, bing, bing.
Everyone just being dumb as hell, and
yes, and all the said bookends. You know, all the really.
There's definitely some great moments in this movie.
Great eccentric character work. It's the kind of movie to me that seems like you got a bunch of goofy people together that don't really know what they're doing, and they make a goofy movie.
Yeah,
and it seems like they were having fun making it.
Yeah. It definitely seemed like everybody had a good time.
And Matthew Goldsby as Hardy is a creep.
He's so weird.
He looks like he
I
could be
believed he murdered people.
Yes. Yeah. I think they got him out of an insane asylum.
Yeah. And I will say that the end of this movie is 100% something that I would write.
Yes.
Like, I totally understand. And to me, that makes the movie much better because the ending also showcases just how great the actors can be.
When I was a little kid and the ending happened and what's her name? Toby Badger? Is that Kristen Ritter?
Kristen Reiter,
sorry. Ooh. You say Ritter and I say Ritter and you're right and I'm wrong. But the funniest thing when I was a kid, because Stick, the actor...
Patrick Boone Varnell.
The
Stick. He preferred to be called the Stick.
Who is a gangly... He invented the floss dance, you know, with the hands going back and forth.
I'm pretty sure his bones were made of rubber.
He was like quadruple jointed.
Yeah.
His arms and legs went bent every way possible. He was like a bendy buddy.
It was weird.
But my favorite part as a kid, because the whole time, what was his name in the movie?
Malvert. He's so dumb through the whole movie.
Malvert, Mike, pay. But he's so stupid. But at the end, and he's like, and Malvert, you were a dumb janitor. Absurd. As soon as he said that, my little 10-year-old boy died laughing. And that is the kind of stuff that I loved as a kid. And I 100% see this movie through the biggest, thickest nostalgia lenses there are.
Yeah.
But I still think this movie's worth seeing if you're a horror fan. And a spoof fan.
No, I agree. I think it's fun. And like you said, it has the distinction of being the very first spoof horror movie.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for this, there wouldn't be, Scary Movie or even like to a point Scream, because it was kind of doing the same thing but in a much more serious way,
sophisticated manner.
Yeah, but kind of making fun of the movies and doing it in a way. But it was fun. It was super fun. It's definitely worth seeing. If you haven't, I highly recommend it.
Yeah, you can get it on Paramount Plus as of the time we're talking. But let's just get into it because I'm hot.
Yeah. All right. Take yourself back to 1981.
Yeah, baby.
July 21st, Panda Tahui is born in Chapultepec Zoo in Mexico City, the first panda to ever be born and survive in captivity outside of China.
Oh, so it wasn't the U.S. that had the first?
No, it was Mexico.
Oh.
The panda was Mexican-Chinese.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Hope you didn't start crawling over the border.
We had, in the 70s, we had pandas that were born here, but they didn't survive.
Pandas don't like to F.
No,
they are the laziest.
And they don't like to take care of themselves,
No.
so they just die.
No, I'm kind of... I think a panda is my spiritual animal.
Oh, really?
Because they're so lazy.
Yeah.
And they don't really have any concept of their own personal safety.
Yeah.
Or how to keep them...
Or to take care of themselves,
Yes.
to eat. If the food is not within 3 feet, they just like, I guess I'm not going to eat today.
Samesies.
Yeah. They have some pandas down at the San Diego Zoo, which I went down to a few months ago, and it's the first time I've ever seen pandas in person.
Oh, really?
And they are the most boring animals to see. Like, it was so not worth it standing in line for 45 minutes to go see a panda.
No. But I will say this. Judging from the internet, caring for baby pandas is the greatest job in the world.
Yes.
They are the goofiest, silliest, weirdest little muffin blobs that there are. Just falling and blopping and blooping.
They just want to be on you and then fall off of you.
I want that job. I will. Please arrest me and throw me in Chinese panda jail.
July 29th, a worldwide television audience of over 750 million people watched the wedding of Prince Charles and Lady Diana Spencer at St. Paul's Cathedral in London, United Kingdom.
Could you imagine? Now, I always want to say that Diana was like a simple country girl, but she wasn't. She came from aristocracy as well.
Yeah.
But could you imagine that many people watching you get married?
No, it's weird.
What if you had the poops? Like, that's the thing. It's like I went to a wedding once where the bride got the poops, and it like the whole wedding. At least everybody, she had a sense of humor about it, and we all kind of understood.
Was she just standing at the front just pooping?
Just crapping everywhere.
Pooping.
Instead of a bouquet, we just caught poop flakes. No, she didn't poop during the wedding. But I'm just saying, like...
Sometimes you get nervous stomach.
Of course.
And like it happens.
But, 750 million people, the whole world is watching you get married. It's bizarre.
Look, I was only 3 when this was happening, but by the time I was 5, there was clips and rebroadcasting every anniversary and like all that crap.
I remember, I didn't watch. I didn't care about the royals.
Sure you didn't.
I had my little costume on. It was just like everything else.
I wore my little British tux, and I was like, hello.
No, I wore my British wedding gown.
You're right. Sorry.
I identified more with the shy country girl than the
quote-unquote shy country girl.
Than the boisterous monarchy that was Prince Charles.
Who's now king.
Yeah. King Charles. Yeah. Yes. Still, and I know a lot of people don't agree with this, but monarchy, stupidest thing in the world in this day and age.
Look, we're past it.
Just go away. Take your billions of dollars. Go pick one of your many castles. Just live in it. Shut the F up.
Yeah, that goes for all authoritarianism. Oh my
God,
just go away.
I could not care less about what happens with the royals,
Yeah.
with Meghan and Marky and Johnny and Joopy and Jobs or whatever.
No one person should have that much power.
No, or money, or anything.
Yeah.
Kings are passe, my friend.
Yeah.
We live in a king-free zone.
Kingless world.
Well,
it's
coming back.
I know.
People really want that back.
August 1st, the first 24-hour music video channel MTV is launched in the U.S. and airs its first video. Video Killed the Radio Star by the Buggles.
Video killed the radio star.
You can be certain that anytime there's anything that takes place in 1981 after August 1st, we will mention MTV.
Yes.
Because apparently nothing happened in 1981.
My God, but I remember when MTV started and how it changed all of our lives.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You know, I mean, every time we went to a friend's house,
Yeah,
MTV
yeah.
was on. I mean, it was just...
Well, it was the perfect background.
Oh, my God.
I mean, it was perfect.
It shaped a generation.
It did.
Generation X.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. August 7th, Student Bodies is released in theaters. So stupid. Student Bodies starts with writer and director Mickey Rose.
Yeah, Mickey Rose.
Mickey Rose. Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's probably what he sounds like.
Hey, Mickey Rose, I'll give you a knuckle sandwich if you don't read my script.
Mickey Rose was born Michael Rose in 1935 and was raised by a single mother in Brooklyn.
Yeah, she was the toughest mother in all of Brooklyn, and if you say anything about her, I'll give you a bloody lip.
His best friend was Alan Stewart Konigsberg, better known as Woody Allen.
Yeah, none of us are perfect.
I'm sure back at that time he was fine.
Hey, look, younger girls were okay back then because he was younger,
He
right?
was a teenager. He could go for teenagers. That's
No,
fine.
He was hitting the grade schools back then.
Okay.
Not for dates, for his little make-em-ups.
They met in high school and often skipped school playing jazz and baseball together.
Yeah, just like most teenagers.
Not a weirdo at all.
No, he had his clarinet, and I had my French horn, and we just played a little jazz.
They both got to New York University, with Rose earning a bachelor's degree in film and Allen dropping out his first semester.
Yeah, I couldn't take it.
Yeah, well, lesson learned, drop out of college and then you become a famous director.
Yeah. Oh, I should have gone with him.
Rose's first writing gig was for ventriloquist Sherry Lewis in her act with the sock puppet Lamb Chop in 1960 on The Sherry Lewis Show.
My God, I haven't thought of Sherry Lewis in a long time. She was...
Lamb Chop.
Lamb Chop. She was so freaking popular.
She was so talented.
Oh, my God.
And yeah, that show ran for like 3 or 4 decades. Like, it went on forever.
Right, but she was just on panel shows, everything.
She was everywhere.
Everywhere. Yeah. Oh, man. It's so funny. Ventriloquism was so big back then with her and Charlie McCarthy and Edgar Bergen. Charlie McCarthy was the dummy.
He was the dummy, yeah.
Now all we got is what, Jeff Dunham?
Oh, Jeff Dunham.
Jeff Dunham. Oof.
But between 1963 and 64, Rose would write 13 episodes of The Sid Caesar Show.
Nice.
This would start a long collaboration with a bunch of shows named after people. Rose would work with Allen on his stand-up routines, most famously co-writing The Moose Bit. Do you know The Moose Bit?
Nope.
It's about him. It's actually online. Funny enough, Woody Allen doing it in like Paris or something. But if it's like 3.5 minutes long, essentially the gist of it is that he was going to a party and accidentally hit a moose, and he took it with him to the party, which was a dress-up party. He tied it to his bumper and he took it to the party because he was like, well, I can't just leave the moose here. And it turns out the moose was alive, and then he accidentally took another couple who was dressed as a moose and then took him out to the woods. And they were very confused and then died.
There is no way that spindly little Woody Allen could get a moose.
I know. Well, that's part of the joke. I mean, that's part of the absurdism of it.
So, I found a moose.
And you understand that he delivered it much better than I did, and it was much funnier. And it was actually pretty good. It was a funny bit.
Woody Allen was really funny when he first started out. His first movies, Take the Money and Run, Sleepers...
well, even just his stand-up, he was so
Bananas.
dry.
Yeah.
Like, it was just stuff that people weren't used to seeing.
I was a big fan of Woody Allen until, I don't know, about... Well, I mean, I stopped being a fan when I found out some personal details about him. But when he started... all of his movies were about his character dating a teenage girl, got a little thin. Yeah, we get it. Yeah. We get it, Woody. There's a few Bullets Over Broadway, brilliant. Broadway Danny Rose... brilliant. I mean, there are some films that I have to say, great. But, all of his talky, Michael Caine and all of the people.
Hannah and her sisters.
Hannah and her sisters and all that stuff. I don't care.
Yeah. I mean, the stuff that he worked on with Mickey Rose, which we'll talk about here in a second, is stuff that I would be interested in seeing. I just never have, because I just didn't give a shit about Woody Allen.
Yeah, you should check out his early stuff. You'd really like it.
Around this time, Rose and Allen collaborated with a bunch of others on the English adaptation of a Japanese spy film, which eventually turned into What's Up, Tiger Lily, Allen's first film as director, released in 1966.
Very funny movie.
Yeah, like a found footage movie, kind of similar to the Steve Martin movie, the Dead Men Don't Wear Plaid, using other footage and then redubbing it and doing it your own thing. Yeah. Rose also provided some voice acting for the movie. Rose and Allen would also co-write the screenplay for the mockumentary film about an inept bank robber, Take the Money and Run, released in 1969.
Very funny. I like that one.
I need both of these I want to see. I never have. Along with Bananas as well, which they would collaborate on in 1971, about a New Yorker who was recently dumped and decides to join a revolution in a tiny Latin American nation.
Again, really funny. When he started out, man, the guy was brilliant.
Yeah. It was a lot of the fish out of water. It was funny. I mean, like he was great.
Well, he was the perfect fish out of water because nobody looks, sounds, or acts like Woody Allen.
Yeah.
He's just a tiny little weirdo.
Right.
So in any situation, he's a fish out of water.
You don't fit in anywhere.
Yeah, nowhere.
Why do you think he started dating a 15-year-old?
Okay.
Oh!
I don't know, psychological problems?
Yeah, well, yeah. That would be the last time that Rose and Allen worked together, most likely due to the fact that Rose would become insanely busy writing for television.
Okay.
Some of the shows that Rose wrote for include 13 episodes of The Tim Conway Show in 1970, 2 episodes of Me and the Chimp in 1972.
Jesus, man, chimps!
Monkeys? I've never heard of this, but I have to see it.
Well, you couldn't throw a banana without hitting a chimp show or movie in the 70s, man. I mean, orangutan chimp. It was a great time to be a chimp or an orangutan actor.
Yeah.
Because you were working all the time.
It was before the bad times when they started eating people's faces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's on them.
Why don't you have more chimp shows? And then they would just gnaw your balls off.
Oh, my God. It just makes me think of Nope.
I know. God,
so
good.
effective.
I want to see that movie again.
I watched that scene on YouTube a few weeks ago.
Oh, God. It's so creepy.
My God. It is
so creepy.
So scary because it is 100% possible.
Yeah. True. I mean, technically that happened. It
happened.
It wasn't on set.
Yeah.
He was a staff writer on The Wacky World of Jonathan Winters from 1972 to 1974.
That must have been insane because that was like at the height of Jonathan Winters.
It would have been so awesome.
Well, yeah, but he was also in and out of mental institutions, and he was.
What a time to be alive.
Well, Jonathan Winters, I mean, famously battled mental illness his entire life. His book is, if you want to read one of the most honest accounts of mental illness, read Jonathan Winters' book. It's fascinating. From one of the funniest men in the world. It's one of the most poignant things I've read. But it must have been insane working with him.
Yeah.
I would have loved to.
Rose also wrote 16 episodes of The Dean Martin Show.
Hey, baby, it must be pretty easy to write for me because I don't do very much.
He would write an episode of Love American Style in 1973.
Love American Style for me and you.
He'd also write an episode of All in the Family in 1974. 5 episodes of The Odd Couple between 1971 and 1974. He would write on Happy Days. He also did 13 episodes of The Smothers Brothers Show in 1975.
Nice.
I don't know when this guy actually slept. He also worked on Charlie's Angels, The Love Boat, and The Stockard Channing Show.
Cocaine was very big back then.
Also, even more so, perhaps what ate up most of Rose's time was writing for Johnny Carson on The Tonight Show between 1963 and 1984, writing 982 episodes.
That's insane.
I mean, he must have written all of them. There's so many episodes.
Well, I mean, he was probably one of the writers.
Well, of course. But I'm just saying is that it was constant work for damn near 20 years.
Yeah.
Or 21 years.
That's insane. God damn, that guy was...
He was prolific. Yeah, very prolific. Rose did have one more feature film to his name before Student Bodies. I Wonder Who's Killing Her Now in 1975, a black comedy starring Bob Dishy and Joanna Barnes.
Oh.
Peter Sellers was supposed to be a lead in the film, but insurance refused to cover him after having a heart attack.
Ooh.
Yeah. Michael Ritchie was also a huge factor in Student Bodies getting made, staying on set during production, with some saying that Ritchie helped Rose direct, as it was Rose's first time directing.
Okay.
Michael Ritchie started directing plays at Harvard when a TV producer saw the original play, Oh Dad, Poor Dad, Mama's Hung You in the Closet and I'm Feeling So Sad, a pseudo-classical tragifarce in a bastard French tradition, and was impressed with Ritchie's directing effort.
And titling.
It's the longest title I've ever seen for anything. He would direct some TV projects before getting his first feature film, the action sports flick Downhill Racer, released in 1969, starring Robert Redford.
No, he just passed.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? There's a picture of Robert Redford with the cat on his stomach, and he has a mustache. And every time I see that picture, I think it's me. And I do not look like Robert Redford, but that picture, for some reason, looks exactly like me.
He would work again with Robert Redford in The Candidate, released in 1972. Ritchie would direct other genres, but sports films seemed to be his bread and butter, directing The Bad News Bears in 1976, starring Walter Matthau.
Oh, my God. A classic. One of the...
Perfect movie.
Perfect movie.
Yeah.
The greatest kids' baseball movie ever made.
It's so good. The kids are so good in that.
So good. It goes back to the 70s had realistic kids.
I'm really surprised we haven't covered The Bad News Bears yet. We're going to have to do a sports month.
We got to do like a underdog sports month.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. To do that in Basketball Diaries.
Yeah. And what is it? Cool Runnings.
Cool Runnings, yeah. He would also direct Semi-Tough in 1977, starring Burt Reynolds. Another movie we've mentioned about 50 times.
I was going to say, we need to cover that too.
I feel like we have, because we've talked about it so much.
We haven't done a Burt month yet, so...
No, that's true.
He deserves a month.
He does. Just before Student Bodies, Ritchie would direct The Island, starring Michael Caine and David Warner, based on a Peter Benchley novel, but was a massive flop.
Oh, God, I remember that on HBO. I remember that was on all the frickin' time.
Yeah.
It was like a thriller or...
Yeah, it was a thriller about, I want to say it ended up being like a Nazi island or something.
Something like that.
I don't remember exactly.
I remember I watched it a lot.
I got the impression that Michael Caine did his I'm not going to act in this movie bit.
I'm not going to act at all. Well, once.
But I will say that with him and David Warner, and it's Peter Benchley, like I'm curious.
Sure.
I've never seen it, so I'm definitely want to see it at some point.
Yeah.
Later, Ritchie would direct Fletch in 1985.
God damn, this guy is good.
Michael Ritchie's all over the place. And The Golden Child in 1986.
I want the knife.
Which we actually covered, so listen to our Golden Child episode.
Please do, and watch that movie. It's
so good. It's
underrated gem.
Yeah, it's so good.
It's one of my favorite.
It's one of my favorite Eddie Murphy movies, yeah.
So different from what he usually did.
It was so good. But he also directed The Couch Trip in 1988, Fletch Lives in 1989, and Cops and Robertsons in 1994.
Well, nobody's perfect.
His career was summed up as thus.
It's difficult to think of any director ever who had a more consistently uneven career.
Yeah, it seemed like every time he had a hit, he would do something that was just terrible.
Well, look, making movies is tough.
Yeah.
And everybody thought Fletch Lives was a home run, but the script was awful.
Yeah,
awful.
Yeah. And look, at the end of the day, he kept working. Like he never had a hit that was so bad that they were like, no.
Yeah.
He got to keep working. He made some of the greatest comedies ever made.
100%. And everybody's got stinkers.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
Yeah. If
nobody's
you work
100%.
No, even Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah.
Remember that
My Left Foot?
I was going to say, remember that teen sex comedy he did?
Day-Lewis, yeah.
When Daniel Day-Lewis was in Porky's 4, Porked Out.
Michael Ritchie was making movies for the people, and he did a good job.
If you're doing other people's work, it's not your fault all the time.
No, that's true. That's very true. Because I would say The Couch Trip, although The Couch Trip might be good, I've never seen it, but Fletch Lives had a bad script. Cops and Robertsons was just a terrible concept.
Yes.
So, it's like, it's not totally his fault.
Well, it's also a terrible cast. That was the one with Chevy Chase, right?
Chevy Chase and Jack Palance.
Yeah.
It was when Chevy Chase was impossible to work with.
Yeah, and Jack Palance had a resurgence.
Yeah. Because of City Slickers, they were like, we got to stick Jack Palance in everything.
Yeah, and then there's not enough room in one movie for the egos of Jack Palance.
This role calls for a 24-year-old. Let's get Jack Palance.
I'll do it.
Can I do push-ups while I do it?
Maybe Jack Palance was the breather in this movie.
Oh my God, maybe he was. I think so, yeah. So regardless, why was he on set for Student Bodies after being relatively successful?
Why?
Because the 1980 actors' strike.
What?
It started July 21st and lasted 3 months and 2 days, the longest strike in Hollywood until a 2023 Writers Guild strike that SAG joined.
Nice.
During this time, essentially everything in Hollywood shut down.
Yeah.
Paramount, being the great execs they are, started producing as many non-union movies as they possibly could.
What assholes?
As soon as the strike started, they're like, all right, let's get the non-union guys in. Student Bodies was already in production, and when they heard Michael Ritchie was involved, they snatched up distribution rights to the movie for $1.5 million. And the budget for the movie was only $510,000.
Nice.
So regardless, even if the movie never got made, they made money.
Yeah, it was a very serendipitous situation for them.
Yeah, very, very beneficial.
Way to profit off the strike, jerks.
Ritchie, not wanting to bear the ire of the Hollywood unions when the strike ended, used the pseudonym Alan Smithy on student bodies.
Clever.
Which is why he got the producing credit of Alan Smithy.
Yep.
And most of the cast were non-union, unknown actors or were willing to cross the picket line.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, and it doesn't seem, it seems like the ones that were already established, I don't know if they were actually part of SAG or not. I mean, I didn't go through and look at everybody's SAG cards.
Look, it's tricky, man. You want to work as an actor. Everything is stacked against you as an actor. Everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you have a chance to work and be in a movie, I do not blame the actors for crossing the picket line necessarily because they just want to act, man. That's it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, they got to make money too.
And also they need to do their art.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's just, it's complicated. But
Their art like student bodies.
oh, no higher art than that, baby.
So Kristen Ryder was cast as Toby Badger. This was Ryder's only feature film.
Well, once you nail it, you don't need to do another.
She did. She left Hollywood for a music career in Germany. After 20 years in Munich, she moved to Spain and taught piano and voice for 10 years. She then moved back to California, and she continues her teaching at the School of Rock in San Ramon.
Nice.
Yeah, so she's out there teaching.
She was fun. I thought she was good.
She did a great job in this movie.
She was very good as the final girl.
It was really great. Matt Goldsby was cast as Hardy, the weirdo counterpart,
something about
boyfriend,
that
I
dude.
guess. Yeah.
That's the kind of guy that, like, 15 years later, you're not surprised to find out that he murdered his family and three other neighbors.
Yeah. Goldsby tried his hand in Hollywood and was cast in Francis, released in 1982. It starred Jessica Lange and Jonathan Banks.
Oh.
He left Hollywood after that. I'm guessing it was probably a bit part or a background part or something.
He was destined to play child molesters, serial killers, and weirdos. Like, he has that face.
Yeah. Cullen G. Chambers was cast as Charles Ray. Chambers was a stand-in for 6 Academy Award winners: Morgan Freeman, Denzel Washington, Forrest Whitaker, Samuel L. Jackson, Sidney Poitier, and Louis Gossett Jr.
And he was white.
That's how good of an actor he is. It also appears that he was an extra in a ton of TV work. If you look at his IMDb, literally 99% of his stuff is just uncredited, which generally means that he was just a background actor. He played Mr. Mombasa in The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody in 2005. Chambers has appeared in a number of other TV shows and continues to work.
Good for him.
He leads he's kind of a motivational speaker. Like, he leads a lot of people, like guiding them into like the careers and stuff.
Nice.
Yeah. He seems like a good dude.
Yeah.
Joe Flood was cast as Mr. Dumpkin.
Oh, Jose Bookends. He's more beautiful than Jose Bookends.
Probably my favorite character in the whole movie.
Yes. Nobody looks more like a shop teacher than this guy.
Completely nailed it.
Oh my God. From the flat top hairdo to the nicotine stained eyes.
He literally looks like he was drawn by the Mad Magazine.
Yeah.
Like, it was so perfect.
You gotta get your horsehead bookends.
He's just so obsessed with horsehead bookends. That was one of the funniest parts of the movie.
Really, and he was great. I mean, he was so.
He did a great job.
He was perfect.
Yeah. Flood had a relatively successful career working bit parts in A View to a Kill in 1985, the last Roger Moore Bond film.
Ooh, you know who did the theme song for that?
Duran Duran.
Yes.
Yeah.
A View to a Kill.
Yeah. He was also in The Principal in 1987, starring Jim Belushi.
Oh, we talk about that all the time.
Another one we talk about all the time.
Oh, the glut of white dudes coming in and beating the shit out of students.
Yeah! Woo!
Yay! Corporal punishment.
Set him right with my bat.
Yeah. And nobody's tougher than Jim Belushi.
No, nobody. He was also in Naked Gun 33 1/3, The Final Insult in 1994, starring Leslie Nielsen.
Yeah, I was giving him horsehead bookends.
He also appeared in a few TV shows, including
First and 10, Amen, Father Dowling Mysteries, Jake and the Fat Man, Mad About You, and Brooklyn South.
His last 2 credits are short films in 2010, and I have no idea what happened to him after.
Well, he's sitting in his garage making some horsehead bookends.
Besides the stick, if anybody in this movie needs to have had a better career, it was Joe Flood.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, he was so good in this.
He was hilarious. Mimi Waddell, Miss Mumsley, she was great. They were, I don't know. I liked them all.
Joe Talarowski was cast as Principal Harlow, Hebrew Peters.
Pretty.
Sorry, that was his full name.
I'm pretty sure that's Tim Robinson's dad.
Yeah. I mean, it could be.
He looks exactly like him, and he's just as obnoxious.
He was really good in this, too.
He was!
Much
better than Tim Robinson.
The reveal of him as being the weirdo was really good. Talarowski was chairman of the theater department at the State University College in Brockport, New York during the mid-'70s. He did appear in one episode of Sanford in 1980 before Student Bodies. Sanford, yeah.
I guess is that after Sanford and Son?
I think it was the.
He kicked his son out,
where they tried to. I honestly think it was. I think it was after, and they. I think it ran for like 14 episodes or something.
That was a shame. I love Sanford and Son.
Yeah.
Red Fox is the king.
Yeah, it was around the time they were trying to do a whole lot with Red Fox, and it just wasn't working.
You big dummy.
None of it was working.
Oh, Lisbon, I'm coming to see you.
Sadly, Talarowski died on June 2nd, 1999, in Hillsborough, North Carolina, from undisclosed causes.
Oh.
Yeah. Mimi Waddell was cast as Miss Mumsley.
Oh, Miss Mumsley.
So the way that she kowtowed to the principal was so great.
It was a combination of mother-lover that was so uncomfortable.
Would you like to make an announcement? It makes you feel better. Yes.
Yeah.
Waddell made her feature film debut in Dracula's Last Rites, released in 1980, at the tender age of 65.
She was only 66 in this movie?
Correct.
Hard living, baby.
She would.
I was positive she was like 90.
She would appear in a small part in Woody Allen's The Purple Rose of Cairo in 1985. I think that's what I was thinking of.
Yes.
And not Kiss the Spider Woman.
Right.
The Purple Rose of Cairo. For whatever reason, assume that they're the same movie. I don't know.
Basically.
Not at all, but that's in my brain.
One's about, a guy in prison makes love to another man.
Kiss the Spider Woman?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I don't even know what The Purple Rose of Cairo is about.
It's about a man in prison who makes love to a purple rose.
Gee, I wonder why I confused the two.
That purple rose isn't bad.
Okay. She would appear in 2 episodes of Law & Order, an episode of Sex and the City, The Thomas Crown Affair, and her biggest part playing Grandma Wellington in Hitch in 2005 at the age of 90.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I remember her from Hitch.
With Will Smith.
Will Smith, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Did he slap her?
He did.
It broke her entire body.
He was like, I gotta practice. I'm gonna practice. And then she passed away in 2009 from the slap at the age of 94.
Wow, that was a reverberation.
Slow motion slap. It lasted for a long time. Sadly, she passed away in 2009. But she was 94, and it's amazing that she had an almost 30-year career at the age of 65.
She had a better career than 90% of the actors today.
Yeah.
Starting at 65.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good for you, Mimi.
Janice E. O'Malley was cast as Nurse Crud, who was great in this, too. She was so funny.
She was hilarious.
I'm going to answer the phone because I'm the furthest away.
Nurse Crud. She looked like Nurse Crud.
Yeah.
She was like the female version of Joe Flood. They were like twins.
Spot on perfect.
I would have loved to see a show about her and Joe Flood as a married couple.
Yeah.
Ooh, living someplace in Jersey.
O'Malley made her feature film debut in The Last Picture Show in 1971, playing Mrs. Clark.
I so remember her. I can see it vividly.
She wouldn't appear in another feature film until Student Bodies in 1981. It would also be her last feature film. She passed away in 2016 at the age of 78.
Oh, well, I mean, it was her last film, and then there was 30 years.
Yeah, but I mean, she stopped acting after that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Found
Which doesn't, she
better.
was only in 2 movies. It's like, it's just what blows my mind. It's like, I get it.
Yeah.
My thought is that they probably lived in Texas.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, I'm not going to move to LA. And if parts come up, if movies come up, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
But,
Sure.
Kevin Mannis was cast as Scott. One of the student bodies,
Right.
technically. Mannis would not appear in another feature film after Student Bodies until 2017, appearing in 2 films, Repatriation and Elijah's Ashes, both written and directed by Ryan Barton Grimley. Again, I think that he just lived in Austin or Houston and just worked on stuff that was around there.
Yeah.
He most recently appeared in Use Me, written and directed by Julian Shaw.
Okay.
So he's still acting, technically.
All right.
Yeah.
He was like one of the students.
Yeah, one of them that got murdered. Yeah.
All right.
I don't remember which one. I think he might have been the guy that was trying to have sex with her in the car.
Everybody, that was the funniest thing. They really nailed like horny teenagers, especially the dudes.
We're at a funeral.
So what? It's getting me off. The funeral's getting me hot.
It's getting me hot.
Oh, the blood's getting me hot. It was just the same. Yeah. For a minute, I thought it was the same actor, but of course he was.
No, but they were interchangeable. Yes. I mean, it was
because all the gross stuff got them hot. Because every teenage boy could have sex during. There could be poop raining from the sky, and a teenage boy would still be like, "Oh, I could do it.
This is the greatest poop wedding I've ever been to.
It's really good.
I was getting so hot." Sarah Eckhart was cast as Patty Priswell, another student.
Patty.
Eckhart would only appear in one other film, Things Change, in 1988, directed by David Mamet, written by David Mamet and Shel Silverstein, starring Don Amici, Joe Mantegna, and Robert Prosky.
Yeah, I remember that movie.
I've never seen this movie. Did not know it existed. Totally forgot that Shel Silverstein actually has a couple of screenplays to his credit.
Sometimes he did adult things.
Yeah. Eckhart would go on to become a Travis County judge in Texas, along with a Texas state senator. Her father, Bob Eckhart, represented the Houston area in the U.S. Congress from 1967 to 1981.
Okay.
She still, technically, she was I believe she was a state senator. No, she was a judge and then a state senator. Because I think she's currently currently is a state senator.
If I were in a courtroom, I'd be like, I don't respect you. You were in student bodies. Your Honor, I'd like to submit this clip as evidence of you being stupid.
She's a Democrat, so she's good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I take it back. Withdrawn, Your Honor. Withdrawn.
Oscar James was cast as the football coach / sheriff. Which is funny. I love how it was like, at one point, Jim turns to me and he goes, "Who is this?" And I was like, "He's the sheriff." Because he was literally had a badge on his pocket.
Tiny little badge you could barely see on his
flannel.
Like, the guy was dressed like somebody cosplaying a lumberjack.
Yeah. James had a pretty prolific career, appearing in 95 film and TV projects starting in 1966. His biggest part was playing the shopkeeper in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory in 2005.
Okay, good for him.
The following actors only appeared in student bodies. Kay Ogden as Ms. LeClaire, Dario Jones as Mwamba, Peggy Cooper as Ms. Van Dyke, Carl Jacobs as Dr. Sigmund. Jacobs appeared in the original New York production of Tom Stoppard's play Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, which is notable. He passed away in 2008 at the age of 92. The Stick is Malvert the janitor. The Stick was a skinny stand-up comedian whose only other on-screen role was in an episode of Out of Control in 1984.
He probably had Marfan syndrome.
He had to have.
He was so tall and skinny and gangly, but he was literally quadruple jointed. Like, I have never seen.
His whole body was made of jello.
His fingers, his wrists, every way that he moved.
It was crazy.
He was perfect for this movie. And as Marfan?
Malvert.
Malvert. Oh, Malvert. Then the way that they just let Malvert do whatever Malvert did. He comes in, he starts peeing in the trash can. He's like, "Oh my God!" He's like, "Oh, this used to be a bathroom." And Malvert still thinks, "Malvert, go number one." And then
I love that he's like, he turns and talks to them. He's like, "Malvert's not done," and then just pees on his shoes.
Malvert's not done. He was hilarious.
He was great.
But the greatest thing is you take off the Coke bottle glasses, and at the end, he's a proper
he was.
That's my favorite thing.
He was so funny.
My favorite thing is an actor that you think... I was 11 or 10 when I saw this movie.
Yeah.
So I pretty much thought that guy was that guy.
Right.
Malvert was Malvert.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And then when he started... that just blew my mind. And I'm like, wow, that guy's an actor.
It's really funny because I very distinctly remember him from that episode of Out of Control with Dave Coulier, which aired on Nickelodeon. It was the very first Nickelodeon show they ever produced.
Cut it out.
Yeah, he was in the first episode. He was just playing a
stagehand.
Yeah.
I saw that clip. God, what's his name was so young.
Dave Coulier. Oh, yeah. I loved that show so much. It was so stupid and like... But it's so good. It's so great.
We'll have to cover it.
Yeah.
I am really surprised that he didn't have a bigger career
Dave Coulier.
No.
Cut it out.
I'm actually pretty surprised he had as big of a career as he did, but I'm surprised that the stick didn't hit harder. He just seemed like somebody that could throw. He seems perfect for like a throw him in airplane movie or throw him in something. Yeah. He must have died or something.
He did.
Well, oops.
He died in 1989 at the age of 48.
Oh man. Well,
I think he had a lot of health issues and stuff.
Yeah. Well, you can't move like that.
Yeah.
That's not healthy.
It's not normal, and it means there's something wrong.
Something wrong with Malvert.
Oh, poor Malvert. He's so good in this, though. He steals this movie.
Steals the movie and his game. That's the thing, is he doesn't break character. And he is not afraid to go there.
Yeah.
And he goes there.
The whole sequence where he's walking with the girl or teacher or whatever, and he's picking up trash, he barely has to lean down. He doesn't even bend over. He just leans down and scoops it up with his big old weird long arms, and he like looks at stuff and then throws it away. And he's walking, he scoops up more stuff. It is so bizarre.
When he hands the keys under his crotch and yet does not have to move it all to put
it doesn't even like bend down.
No.
It's just suddenly there it is. It's like, oh.
It's there. He's a goon. It's crazy. And when he's dancing with the blow-up doll, he's actually got some grace.
Yeah, yeah.
He had some moves.
His girlfriend. He's so weird.
Albert's girlfriend blew away.
Hollywood really screwed up without casting him as Mr. Fantastic in a Fantastic Four movie.
Yes!
Like, he would have been perfect.
Yes! Oh, he was so good. So good.
So good. Brian Batitis was cast as Wheels. It was also the only movie he did. Joan Browning Jacobs as Mrs. Hummers.
So there was a running gag of there was the blind guy who was
the blind guy was the stand-in guy.
Yeah.
I guys literally the blind guy and then the dude that couldn't walk.
Wheels.
Wheels,
because he was in a wheelchair. So
Right.
there was Wheels, and then the blind guy. Because for some reason, and I think Mad Magazine probably started this, every time you see a blind person, they have like a cup of pencils or pens that they're selling. And this guy carried around a cup of pens.
So weird. Yeah.
So weird. But then again, none of it was real, Adam. It was all a dream.
Yeah, I know.
Spoiler.
Although I loved the blind guy in Wheels they were so great together.
Yes.
Like, it was so funny.
It was mean, though, because Wheels always, we get the best seat in the house. Yeah, buddy. We're at the 40-yard line.
I mean, the very first joke of both of them trying to take the handicapped parking spot, and it's you realize that he's blind. It's like, why are you driving?
Yeah.
Angela Bressler was cast as Julie, Keith Singleton as Charlie, and Richard Brando is the breather. Yeah.
This gum is all over the place. Oh, I hate this gum.
Brando has long been rumored to be a pseudonym of either Richard Belzer or executive producer Jerry Belson, but no sources exist verifying either as the voice of the breather.
I do not think it's Belzer. I was listening pretty closely.
No, he would have had to have affected his voice a lot, and I don't.
And Bells is Bells. I mean,
There's times where it sounds kind of like him, but I don't think it was.
No, I don't either.
And I want to say I don't think that Belzer at that time would have crossed the picket lines.
He was more of a comedian back then. He didn't do much acting.
Yeah.
I don't know. Who knows? Well, I guess we can't ask him because he's dead.
Wow. All right.
He is dead, though, right?
Yeah.
That's so sad.
I'm pretty sure he's dead.
I love Bells.
Well, he's dead now, so it doesn't...
Well, I can still love him.
Why do you love dead things, Jim?
I don't know, because I'm sad.
I'm kidding. Principal photography of student bodies took place on location in Houston and Katy, Texas. During the shooting of the prom, it was decided to quickly change the name of the high school as not to besmirch the real Lamar High School in Houston, where they were shooting.
Okay.
So all posters at the prom were quickly changed from Lamar to Lamab. If you watch the movie, you can see that they literally hand drew on every sign to make the R into a B.
Which is even funnier.
And they did a horrible job of it.
On purpose.
Previous scenes filmed using the word Lamar were dubbed over to the corrected Lamab.
Lamab.
Additional locations included the campus of Texas Southern University and the James E. Taylor High School football field in Katy. The segment in the middle of the movie where the announcer, who is stated as being an executive producer, addresses the audience and says an expletive... FU was just added so the production could guarantee student bodies an R rating from the MPAA, since at the time the use of the F word meant an automatic R rating.
That was brilliant.
Absolutely brilliant. And it was the closest, I think, that they could get to a Zucker Brothers.
Yes.
Like, that was the closest moment
Yeah.
where it was suddenly just like, this is happening, and
Yes.
you're going to watch it, and you're going to love it.
Oh, my God. And the football scenes where the football team is like 10 years
God,
old
with
versus these giant dudes.
The poor Lamab guys are just tiny, and the dudes are huge.
And
Yeah.
but they scored. Like it was hilarious. It was just so goofy and over the top.
Yeah. The executive producer mentions how R-rated films at the box office gross more money, so they wanted to make sure they got an R rating.
They need explicit language, graphic nudity, or excessive violence. Our movie has none of these.
Yeah.
So F you.
F you. Yeah. Paramount tried desperately to capitalize on the spoof genre like Airplane, which made $171 million, and the new slasher genre like Friday the 13th, which made $59.8 million.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Student Bodies was first released theatrically in cities on the U.S. West Coast on August 7th, 1981. It opened in New York City that fall on October 18th, 1981. Unfortunately, critics were not kind to the film.
What?
I know. Vincent Canby of the New York Times called the film,
A real disappointment.
writing that it
Just slowly topples over as you watch it, like a stand-up comedian in the act of failing.
Yeah, I would disagree with that.
I would too. I think
Especially, they stuck the landing on this movie.
they definitely
Hard.
stuck the landing. And for the target audience, which was me at the time,
Yeah.
it won.
Yeah, if you liked Airplane, you wouldn't think this movie was as good as Airplane,
No.
but you would still like it.
My friends and I, who loved horror movies and loved spoof movies, we watched this movie and quoted this movie.
Yeah.
You know, it was a staple at the time because we didn't have very many spoofs. We had that
Right.
Kentucky Fried Movie, Airplane, this, Groove Tube. You
Yeah,
know, there wasn't
yeah.
a ton. And as horror movie fans, this was perfect.
Gene Siskel, the Chicago Tribune, gave it 2 stars out of 4, writing that it
Exposes all its comic tricks in the first reel, suggesting the genre itself is not all that deep and that there may be less to parody than one might think.
Well, I got 5 scary movies that disagree with you, Gene Siskel. He's just so wrong all the time. Although he gave it 2 out of 2 stars, so I mean,
But that's rarely did he give anything under 2. 2 was just basically de rigueur.
yeah.
You had
I
to-
would disagree with that.
He
but
had to
I-
really, really hate something to give it
Yeah.
less than 2.
It's just yeah.
But again, we figured him out.
Yeah.
You know, we realized as much as we make fun of them, Ebert loved movies and wanted
Yeah.
to like movies because he realized how hard it was after failing
Right.
at the Beyond the Valley of the Dolls. And Gene Siskel never had a chance to fail and was bitter the entire time.
Yeah. Linda Gross of the Los Angeles Times wrote,
The film has some very funny moments, but it is definitely not another Airplane.
yeah.
Well,
yeah.
okay.
That's fine.
Yeah, not everything has to be Airplane.
Yeah.
Airplane, look, that's like saying, oh, you know, it was a pretty touching movie, but it was no Schindler's List. Okay.
Great.
Well, this movie was about pigeons.
Yeah.
It wasn't about Nazis.
The film became a late-night cult favorite on cable after its theatrical release, appearing frequently on the Rhonda Shear-hosted USA Up All Night, as well as the network's USA Saturday Nightmares double feature series. Do you remember Up All Night?
I do. I loved Up All Night. And it was
I did
also-
too, because I was a teenager and she had boobies.
Oh, she did. But no, I remember I saw this in the theater, and it was a big staple on like HBO or show. One of those
Yeah,
pay
I mean,
channels.
it's one of those, you're going to get it for cheap, so you're going to run it all the time.
And it had a great poster. The thing that I remember the most about the movie that kind of made me want to watch it again was when the breather goes to the first house
Yeah.
and opens up the roll-top desk. And he's looking, there's a gun, there's a hammer, there's knife, there's
yeah,
a
yeah.
hatchet, and a little thing of paper clips. And he picks the paper clip, and the way he kills the person with the paper.
Stabbing.
That's when I knew I was it as a kid. It starts strong, and it just keeps going. And it suffers from what most low-budget comedies suffer from, which is it's not a laugh on top of a laugh on top of a laugh. But it's a lot of laughs, and when you're a kid who loves spoofs, there's a lot of laughs.
Yeah, exactly. So the poster was done by Morgan Kane. He did apparently he did covers for books and movie posters for decades.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, the poster is phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean, that's what got me as a kid.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's so good.
hot cheerleader with a megaphone sticking out of her face.
It's my favorite kind of photorealistic like painting.
Yeah.
is my favorite genre, but like motif, I guess.
There was just a lot to like, and there were a lot of moving parts, and there were a lot of little jokes and a lot of little background things. This wasn't just some heartless cash grab bullshit. I think they really wanted to make a funny movie.
No, I totally. I think Mickey Rose was like, this is going to be funny.
Yeah.
Like, I can find things funny about the horror genre that people will identify with.
And the spoiler alert, the ending, I usually hate the Wizard of Oz ending. We've covered so many movies that we've covered this year have had the Wizard of Oz ending.
Yeah.
Including Under the Rainbow, which is directly
About the Wizard of Oz.
associated with the Wizard of Oz. But this one worked for me because they made fun of the fact that it was the Wizard of Oz ending.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, totally.
They did not take themselves too seriously in this movie, but they took the subject serious enough that it wasn't like wink, wink, wink to the camera.
Yeah.
The character of Mr. Dumpkin, with his horsehead bookends, he never broke character.
No, he was so great.
And he was up until the end when he's hiding in the closet, with the, ooh, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Horseheads make me horny.
Yeah.
It's just all of them. Even Matthew Goldsby was perfect as the weirdo. And then I had forgotten that he, spoiler alert, was the killer at the end.
Yeah.
Kind of in the dream.
Kind of. Well,
No, he was the killer.
yeah, but then he came back from the dead. None of it really made sense, so it didn't really matter.
Well, yeah, the very end when
They did the Carrie ending. Yeah.
Also, he was a little bit too. He was also a little bit too serious towards the end. Like Matthew Goldsby, I think, was in a different movie.
Yeah,
I think
I would agree with that.
That's why he seems so weird and unsettling
Right.
in this movie, because he wasn't funny. He was just creepy.
Yeah.
He looks like a guy that you would catch masturbating outside of the girls' locker room. His character.
But this movie had some really funny bits in it. The whole thing with Mwamba, with him showing up, and they were like, school started like 4 months ago. And he's like, I took the bus here from Africa.
Yes. The school busing, it did have a lot of like little funny jokes. The fact that poor Mwamba was killed as
We think they're using plastic bags. Get inside this plastic bag. Let's see if you can breathe.
okay.
All right.
And he's rolling around. There's just like fun little bits. You're right. This movie is an airplane.
No.
But it definitely has a place in cinema history.
Yeah.
And it definitely is worth a watch. Don't watch it alone. Watch it with friends.
Yeah.
It's a lot more fun that way.
Yeah.
It's on Paramount Plus. Have a couple of friends over. Tell them to bring some beer. Roll up a fat one.
Yeah.
And just sit around and make fun of this fun, goofy movie. And then maybe watch Scream or something afterwards.
Yeah.
Because this movie directly became Scream and all of these.
And all the scary movie
Yeah.
and all these random. Yeah.
These spoofs.
You could do. I mean, you could also do a double feature with the new Naked Gun movie, which will be out by the time you hear this.
Where is
on
it
Paramount
streaming?
Plus?
Oh,
so you can do a double feature on Paramount Plus.
Yeah, baby. Spoofaroo. Call it
Spoofaroo.
Spoofapalooza.
Guys, come over for my spoofaroo.
Do not invite your friends over for a spoofaroo or a spooferpalooza. They won't come.
No, they're gonna think that it's some weird sex thing.
Yes.
And they're not gonna go.
Probably is.
But it's definitely worth a watch. It's not a perfect movie, but
No.
it's fun, and I definitely laughed out loud a number of times.
It's also a window into my childhood.
Yeah.
As a weird young boy who latched on to the weirdest things. This movie hit me in a place and a time where I needed it, I suppose.
Yeah.
And it helped shape my sense of humor. Movies like this,
Right.
Mad Magazine, Bugs Bunny, all these goofy, making fun of stuff. It kind of made me who I am today.
Yeah.
For better or worse. Probably worse. But I will always love a spoof movie. And they're hard to do, man.
Oh, yeah.
I'm looking at you, Scary Movies 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Most of them are just bad.
Oh, yum, horrible. The superhero spoof movie they did.
Oh, God,
horrible.
bad.
High school spoof movie they did. Horrible.
Bad, yeah.
Here's the key to a good spoof movie. One, you have to love what you're spoofing.
Yeah.
You have to come at it from a place of respect and love.
Yeah.
And two, the jokes have to be funny and they have to be part of the genre. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like if you're just being mean, and I think a lot of the scary movies just turn into mean shit.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh, Michael Jackson, or, oh, you know, let's just be mean about stuff.
Right.
That's not funny. That's not sustainable. But, you know, making fun of the breather and you know, I'm getting winded. Why are there so many stairs? Stairs are my enemy.
Yeah.
You know, or stepping.
That was he walked up the stairs for like 5 minutes.
See, I mean, we're laughing. We're laughing. We're
It just
having
went
fun.
on for so
It did.
long.
It did, but that's the key. I mean, that's why
But it was great.
Exactly, and I think that's why this movie was ultimately successful, in my opinion, because it did like what it was parodying and it knew how to do it.
Yeah. I think in addition to that, I think a key to a good spoof movie is that you're trying to actually make a movie in the genre you're spoofing.
Yes, 100%.
Like you know, like Airplane is a disaster movie, and they're essentially making a disaster movie.
But there's a plot.
But yeah, and that's why, like, the first Scary Movie was trying to make a horror movie.
Yeah.
It just happened to be really funny.
Yeah.
After that, they kind of lost their way, and then although Scary Movie 2 is okay, but they kind of lost their way, and it became more about the spoof rather than the movie.
Well, it just became a franchise.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, well, you know, and it became lazy.
Yeah.
And nothing is less entertaining than lazy spoof.
Yeah.
Spoof has to be clever. Spoof has to really get in there and dig deep to really be successful.
Yeah.
Surface spoof, it's just like any kind of surface stuff. You know, just because it's a spoof movie doesn't mean it can't have heart or legs or depth.
And it needs to be in the genre that it is spoofing.
Exactly. And you have to have characters that you can follow through the spoof.
Yeah.
And relate to, or it just doesn't work.
Right.
In my opinion.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, I always think about, like, I mean, it's technically not a spoof movie, but Shaun of the Dead is like a great horror movie. Yeah. It's a great zombie movie.
Yeah.
But it is really funny because it knows that it's a zombie movie and it's trying to be serious.
This is Spinal Tap. It's an amazing rock and roll documentary spoof.
Right.
Because it loves rock and roll.
Right.
And all of these guys are real musicians.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and I'm really excited to see the sequel. But look, check it out. Student Bodies, check it out on Paramount. Let us know what you think.
Yeah.
This is another one I think would be fun to show your kids. You know, your older. It's really it's pretty quaint. I mean, except for the one F-bomb, there's really not that much.
No, there's no nudity. You don't really see any of the violence.
There's nothing that wouldn't be on some CW show.
Yeah,
and in fact, the CW show is probably a little more raunchy or
I would agree with
risque. That. So you know, I'm always curious to see what younger folk think about this older stuff. I'm sure they'd just be bored out of their minds. Oh, another stupid movie? Quit listening to that podcast, Dad. Oh, boy.
All right. Well, that's all I got. We'll be back next week. We're going to continue our Die Laughing month with House.
Not to be confused with Hugh Laurie's House.
No.
This is William Catt.
And George Wendt.
And I believe I haven't seen this movie since it came out. I loved it. I was a huge William Catt friend. I was a huge William Catt fan.
Yeah.
I was a Kit Kat, as we called ourselves. A Kit Katter. Hopefully it's good.
I've never seen House. Only reason that it sticks out in my mind is because of like Student Bodies, the cover art is amazing of the disembodied hand ringing the doorbell. And I always just thought it was a straight up horror movie.
Yeah.
Like did not realize it had comedy in it at all.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Maybe it
doesn't. Maybe it will die laughing.
Maybe it tried comedy. Again, I was young when I saw it, so.
Look, it made a sequel. Like, it'll be fun to cover.
I'm excited to see it. I haven't seen it in a long time.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see you next week.
Malvert don't want to talk about Malvert. Horsehead bookends. Ooh, nothing sexier than a horsehead bookend.
I think it was after Kiss the Spider Woman in '85. I think that his talent kind of dropped off.
Kiss of the Spider Woman.
Yeah, wasn't that Woody Allen?
I don't think so.
No, maybe not. There's something like that. I don't know. Look, I don't know Woody Allen's movies because I don't really give a shit about Woody Allen.
It's difficult to think of any director ever who has had more It's difficult to think of any director ever who has had a more consistently. Jesus, consistently. I saw this in the movie theater.
Yeah.
Let me try that again.
Saw this in the movie theater?
To be so specific. We now return you to your regularly scheduled programming. Fantasy Island, already in progress.